KNET has gathered experience from what it has done in Ghana, and will be able to provide within a very good timelines a very reliable system that is built in reliability, and the cost will be much more affordable as compared to any other doing the same thing. And then they should expect that KNET will leave them with a very highly developed human capacity to continue to run the system. And of course, the facility will look first class. For ECOWAS, just like for any other part of the world, digital migration brings a lot of advantages. For example, we have a lot of people who now have a space to, particularly those in the area of content provision, now have space to air their content or to sell their content. But for many years, African countries have limited their market to their own localities. And it has not helped because we have become markets for others, but we are not benefiting from that global market. But with digital, it is not going to be something that you are planning to do, but you are pushed to want to monetize your content. You will have to put some kind of quality in the content so that it can sell, for you to be able to develop more content. If you don't sell content, you cannot continue to do content business. And I think that the opportunity for African countries to sell. Now, if we are beginning to be able to also participate in the content market, what it means then is that this disadvantage of many of the stronger broadcasters telling the African story will be a thing of the past, because now through that idea of marketing your content, you will be able to sell your news, sell your cultural programming, and also have a chance to provide visibility to so many of the African kind of content. That is the first thing. The second benefit is that if the administrations in Africa are beginning to understand, he mentioned digital dividend. You see, broadcasting in the analog regime was taking too much frequency to do it. Today, broadcasting doesn't need so many of the frequencies, and the frequencies that have been released or that would be released are being auctioned and generate a lot of money. This same amount of money, if we all understand that we need to support content production, there will be enough funding from here to push into local content development. And it will make the African broadcasters be in the market now and maybe step up the kind of technologies that will make their content also sell in Europe. Fortunately, what KNET has done for Ghana is scalable. It's standard definition by scalable to it supports HD. The idea was the fact that most of the broadcasters don't have HD studios. So if you were going to start with HD, they were going to be paying for something that there will be very little benefit to start with. But it has been made open for them to be able to do this. So this is the first step. If they have the opportunity to develop HD content and they put some money behind it to make it good, as we know that the skill for developing good content is there, but the resources had been the difficulty. So with digital dividend, we should be able to provide some kind of support from whatever we derive in order to make us compete on the international market. Then, if we were not seriously supporting the content development, we will have difficulty in meeting the local content quotas. And I believe that everybody in Africa is now beginning to talk about a quota for local content. Even if it were 40%, it is better than 10% or 20% that we have done over the years. So then we can continue to grow, and broadcasting we can derive the full benefits of broadcasting in Africa. Standing as individual nations, Ghana, for example, it's projected that we have about 8 million TV sets, or maybe 8 million TV households. So if that were the case, not everybody is going to use set-top boxes. Some have resources to go and buy a digital TV directly. So let's say that maybe 40% might buy digital TVs and 60% set-top boxes. And you are producing set-top boxes, you bring in machinery to produce this for a small market like that. If you satisfy that market, what next? The business is much more meaningful if you had a bigger market. And we are a big sub-region. So if we align our technologies so that a set-top box in Ghana can also work in Burkina Faso, it can work in Togo and the rest, then we will have a bigger market for the production of set-top boxes. It will bring a number of benefits, costs, and then employment, and maybe it will bring us more together in cooperation.